Okay, so this is the big week we've all been waiting for. So much so that I felt the need to make like a pre-Britney 2.0 mini video. I'll try not to ramble because I get super excited. So you already know what songs are going to be done and who's singing what. So I know Heather gets to sing on two Britney songs, which is amazing. And Leon Fox already released her performance of Hold It Against Me, which I think if it looks to me, it's like a battle between her and Kitty, I think, and I can't quite tell if Kitty's supposed to be doing a duet with her or if Himo gets the whole solo. I can't quite tell because the voices are very similar, and I've watched it a couple of times. So anyway, it's amazing. I mean, Heather Morris finally is able to dance like the boss that she is when Britney comes around. Like, hello, like look at all the talent that's there. So she was amazing. We'll leave it at that. She's also singing "Give Me More." I think, yeah, Give Me More. Okay, and that's her two songs, and then some of the other songs. I think there's. So I'm not really familiar with these Britney songs, like three. I don't really know, and then I know that Artie and Blaine are supposed to be singing some boyfriend duet type song. I'm not familiar with that song either. Um, and then Rachel Leah is singing. I think it's is it Oops I did one of the sexy songs. I can't remember, but apparently it's to prove to Cassandra July that she can sex it up, I guess. And there was like really funny spoiler like things that Dean Gayer, who plays Brody Weston, was saying like Leah's like all into it. Like, first of all, like she called Corey over to be like, he can't not see me in this outfit because he's my boyfriend. So she called him to the set. So he got to see her like dance all sexy, which is I think super cute. And then she like Dean I think was all like worried about like where the hand placement for stuff, like in the sexy part, and she was like trying to encourage him like. It's okay. You could totally put your hand there. It's fine. Which is like hysterical to think that Leah would say that to him. And I'm sure that her skills as a dancer have improved since she's been on like lead boot camp for the past 3 years. So, it's great to see her like vamp it up, I guess, and try to. I'm not even trying to say reform her image. I think this part of her was always there. We saw it when she did little Grease little outfit number. But they've always played Rachel as very straight laced, so it's gonna be cool to see Rachel as as a sexy vixen, I guess, in the context of not Finn, thank God. Um, if I have to be honest with you, I'm really rooting for this guy, this Brody guy, to be with her. I'm not rooting for the fact that she still feels that she needs validation from a guy, and I really wish that she listened to Quinn's advice because Quinn was very pro-feminist, and I wish that she would take advantage of the Metro North pass that Quinn gave her, but it's fine. That was kind of like a tenuous like relationship ever, and they claim to be friends now, so maybe they could become real friends in this college phase of their life outside of Ohio. That'd be awesome. But I think that ship has sailed because apparently it seems that Diana Agron, is pretty much done with Glee, because she's not even in the credits anymore because they do it alphabetically, and the first name who pops up is Chris Colfer. So I think she's pretty much done, minus a couple of guest spots maybe during the holiday episode or the web whenever Will and Emma get married. Like, she'll be in those type episodes, but she won't actually have an arc. Like, like Santana's gonna have an arc, and then Mercedes and everybody else. They all were the main specific cast are still in the main credits as part of the cast. Diane Anger's name was not there, so we'll have to pay attention again to this week to see is Chris's name first or is Diana going to be there? I have a feeling she's not. Like, she's done, which makes me sad because I feel like she did so much with what she was given. Like, Quinn went from, I, I hate to say that, Sue Sylvester was saying, like, Kitty's just like Quinn except minus the manic depressive. And I was like, you know what? That's how the writers wrote her. Like, so she did a great job with what she was given. And, it's easy to place blame on whatever, but the writers are the ones who write the script, so who else should we place blame on? Okay, that's besides the point. Anyway, what other songs did I know? Okay, well, the biggest one, obviously, for me being a Brittana fan is Every Time. So I've heard it over and over, pretty much in a loop since I heard it, and I have a couple of opinions on it, and I would love to hear anybody else's. So, um, the chick who plays Marley, Melissa Benoist, I think is how you say her last name. So the first time I heard it initially, I thought she did a great job. I was, obviously comparing it to the original that Britney did. So at first, I thought she slayed it. I thought, wow, her vocal range, her singing voice is like perfect for the song, right? So it got me wondering like why they chose to give her this song. Like I thought it would have been awesome to let Heather sing the song because obviously the song was supposedly playing when she like is crying that Satana's missing a Skype date with her, okay? So it's like why couldn't they let her sing it or at least like, like that would have been amazing. Or they could have done a duet between her and Tina because Tina supposedly broke off her, romance or her and Mike were the long-standing couple on Glee, and then all of a sudden you find out in the first episode she got a tattoo that says Mike Chang forever and then she changes it to Make Change forever. She's obviously still in love with him, which I think she felt like she had to let him go because he was like, away in Chicago. So like, I feel like those are two parallel storylines they could have done, and if they didn't think that Heather was strong enough to sing it, they could have done it as a duet. Because Jenna's voice is, oh, please, it's like so pure and wonderful, and like I'm so happy that now she'll get a chance to sing more and more and more. Like she really should have been the new Rachel. I'm sorry, Blaine. Should have picked an original cast member. They should have picked Tina. So I'm hoping that this will motive, like, I understand now the reasons why. At first, last season, I was so pissed that the writers didn't let Britney graduate, but now I see how much of a storyline she's going to have. So I'm excited for that because I feel that Heather has grown so much as an actor in these past 3 years, and it's awesome that her and Ashley do these videos so we get to see another side of her. So you get to see how she plays Britney, like so like deadpan straight on, and that she's really good with improvising apparently, which is what Ryan Murphy lets her do when he's writing or directing these episodes. So that's my initial thought, and then I know that other there's lots of tangents coming off of the Everytime song. So the other group was saying that Rachel should have sung it. I didn't really. I mean, I guess so, but I feel like Rachel and Leah have a lot of solos over the course, so it's like it's time for somebody else to shine, right? So that's why I'm still think that Heather should have sang it, or Heather and Jenna should have sang it, and then the last one who I think whose voice would have been completely perfect for was Diana's, because Diana has that kind of breathy kind of tone to her voice. Um, I think that like we still don't know much about this Marley character. Obviously, it's going to unfold like her backstory and why she was chosen to sing this song. We don't know. We only know the Britney aspect of it. So there's a reason why she was given the solo. We don't know. We can speculate all we want. We won't know until Thursday. But I think from a like she sang it well, but from the emotional depth of the song, it would have made more sense to have Britney or Tina sing it. Quinn, I mean, I don't really know where like, out of the loop, I think her voice was better suited for the song overall. If you had to pick one specific cast member to sing it, it was Diana. But obviously she's not around. So, left with the choices that we have, I obviously pick Heather, and then Heather and Jenna. Like I said, Marley has a very nice voice. It's a great singing voice. I think it's difficult. It's a very difficult task for her because she is being seen as the new Rachel, even though Blaine supposedly won the title. He could be the male version of Rachel, sure, fine. But, she's being cast as, this, she's taking over the role. Like, Rachel was kind of seen as, like, the outsider, she has all her own dreams and she's not accepted, she's not in the popular group. So then, obviously, Marley is filling that type of role. They're trying to refill the seats in the choir room, accordingly. So Marley is that specific character, and then that whatever that guy's name is who won the Glee project, he's supposedly going to be filling the Finn type hero character, I guess, which to me is ridiculous. But whatever. I hope that they'll, I'm not going to blame Corey because again, Corey's playing it the way that's written. He can't really be blamed. You can't. People need to learn to separate the character from the actor. Okay, they are not the same person. Like people need to understand that. Don't hate on Corey because of the way that Finn is. Like, Finn's a douchebag. Finn's whatever. Finn is Finn. But he is that way because of how he was written. And Corey, as an actor, is supposed to read lines on a page, and that's what he did. So, again, don't hate on Corey. I'm not the greatest Corey fan. I'm not the greatest Finn fan, obviously, but, like, I feel like people are so the fandom is crazy. Like you have the extremes, right? The people who like are fanatical, and then you have like the other side. It's very black and white. So I feel the need to stress that, just generally speaking as a whole, we need to learn to separate the actor from the character that they portray. You know, yeah. I mean, just bottom line. You can't, you can assume that some of the traits that Finn has are what Corey has, because you know that the writers are listening to the kids when they talk and stuff, and there are parts of Santana that are Naya, and every single cast member. But you need to understand that these are caricatures, of people. They are not the real person, I guess. Like, for example, probably the most easiest one to think of is that Leah Michelle is like Rachel. And I feel like maybe the best way to put it is that she plays an exaggerated form of herself. You know, I don't, you could totally see the parallel that she's very similar to Rachel. Um, but like, it's like a super heightened, like, Rachel times a zillion. Like, Leah times a zillion is what Rachel is. Anyway, I always try to get off on these little topics. I'm sorry. But anyway, so the big number I obviously will be waiting for is every time, because we were told by Naya when she tweeted that she will appear very briefly in this episode. It's assumed through a Skyping thing or something, and then I guess some library scene that they taped or something. So those two instances she'll be in the episode, but she's not actually singing, which breaks my heart because, oh God, I can't wait to hear her sing "Mine" from Taylor Swift. In episode 4, which is the big breakup episode, which is super scary. Hoping that Brittana will hang on, and I'm hoping that because she's singing "Mine," that okay, maybe if they do break up, they know that they're meant to be together. Like, that's the point of the song, like, if you watch the music video that Taylor Swift does, like, oh my God, I mean, I don't even know how they're gonna do it, but I'm getting so excited to hear her sing that song because it's amazing. Anyway, on a side note, of course, I'm trying to be really quick because I don't want this video to be like freaking long. So Naya grabbed 2 ALMA awards on Sunday, and she looked amazing. I mean, again, people were criticizing her for what she was wearing and how she looked and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, you know what, haters are gonna hate. She can't make everybody happy, so I just feel like you need to, like, you know, I don't know, why are people need to be so negative all the time? They were criticizing her makeup. Basically it was her makeup. They thought that it was too much or whatever. And I made a point on my Tumblr account to point out that her makeup is in line with the current look that she's trying to present. The look that she tweeted, or she didn't even tweet them. Like, the hairdresser, I guess, and other people tweeted her, like, in makeup and hair, getting ready for her music video, right? So it's like she's taking a more fierce, edgier stance because she's trying to distance herself from Glee. Like, she's trying to establish herself as a solo artist separate from Glee. She wants to be Naya Rivera recording artist, not Santana / Naya Rivera. She's trying to really separate the two worlds. So the easiest way to do that is through your makeup, through your wardrobe, through the choices that you consciously make. So, Naya's 25. She's not 18. There's a big, that's only a 7-year gap, but a 18-year-old Santana is like a freshman in college versus 25-year-old Naya who's in the midst of her 20s. That's a big, in the grand scheme of life, a lot of growing happens up in those 7 years. So, I feel like she's trying to remind everybody, you know what, I'm not that 18-year-old freshman. I'm not a cheerleader. You know, I'm a woman, I'm sexy, I'm confident, and that's the look I think she's trying to portray, and it's working. Personally, I love it when Naya wears, less makeup, and she's even said that on interviews, like, she'd prefer to be minimalist, very, very little makeup when she's not acting or working, like, in her everyday life. She doesn't really put up makeup because she's in heavy makeup all the time, especially after her whole proactive, adult acne thing. So, when she has those moments and when she's done softer looks on the red carpet and looks super sexy in a gown and everything, like, I'm hoping that she's going to attend the Emmys, so we'll get to see what she's going to be wearing, and if she continues on this trend of being more edgy with her choices in makeup and fashion and what she decides to wear. It's possible that she might not go since Glee wasn't really nominated for anything, unless she goes to support Ryan Murphy because American Horror Story is up for a ton of awards. So, there's hope that she'll show up on the red carpet. I mean, I'll be watching, of course, to know if she does. And I just think, again, it's a travesty that she was not nominated for, um, for at least recognized by the Academy for her work. I mean, trying to step back because I am a crazy Brittana fan and Santana fan and Naya fan, like, I feel that out of a lot of the people who were nominated, like she gave a better performance, and I think it's difficult because she was submitted as a comedy, best supporting actress in a comedy, which is difficult because Glee toes the line between comedy and drama all the time. It's like a dramedy, quote unquote, So, but it's smack dab in the middle, so she can't really go for the drama because Glee isn't really considered a drama; it's considered more of a comedy. So when you put her stuff against all the other nominees, who I can't think of right off the top of my head, I'm assuming Sofia Vergara is there, like the standby Sofia Vergara, probably Julie Bowen, in both for Modern Family. I honestly don't know. Some of the shows I don't watch, so I can't remember who else was nominated. But I feel like her chops through the dramatic part should have given her, the comedic aspect in. Like she's doing a dual duty as opposed to Sophia and Julie who are playing it straight comedy. Like Naya's doing drama and comedy at the same time. But, I feel that that was just sad that she wasn't recognized. I think that a lot of people expected her to get it. The Hollywood Reporter put her in the issue where they were, through everybody who they thought should get a supporting actor get nod. She was asked by the Academy to host that special video that they do. She had a separate interview with Leslie Goldberg discussing the possibility she could get nominated. So I feel like the PR team at Fox and her own PR team were really pushing for her to get the nomination. Taking out ads in the Hollywood Reporter, which is, one of the trade papers here in Hollywood, obviously. Trying to, amp it up, and then she just didn't get it. So I'm really sad for that. So I'm hoping, you know, I don't know. I mean, she's got the ALMA award, which is great, so at least she's getting recognized by something, by the Latino community. And, there's are going to be, obviously, award season doesn't really begin until January again, so hopefully Glee will be up for SAG Awards and Golden Globes and stuff like that. So there's hope that she could still get the nod in the Golden Globes. So I'm hoping that for that. Wow, this video is going on 8 different tangents now. So, to try to bring it back to where I started, Britney's 2.0 is this coming Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. So, can't wait to watch it, and I will definitely have my recap, after I watch it like a zillion times, because usually the first run through I can't even contain my excitement, and then I get all excited rewatching it and then focusing on all the little things that will, happen. So anyway, have a great rest of the week, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.